Everyone, this is Nithin Ramachandra from the NR Hour Sports Show. This is episode 764 for the show, and I'm joined by a really special guest, Bradley Bozeman, and his wife Nikki Bozeman. Obviously, he plays for the Baltimore Ravens. He's an offensive guard, and they have a foundation called the Bozeman Foundation. So we're looking forward to getting to know more about that, and obviously his career. And but I just want to say thank you guys for joining the show today. How are you guys doing during this tough situation?
We're doing great, just making the best of it and trying to make sure we're staying in shape and just getting ready for the season.
Yeah, so before we get to the foundation, I want to talk about your career real quick, a little bit. So when you were younger, growing up as a childhood, when did you realize that you wanted to play the game of football, and who was that one player that you looked up to as a role model?
Ever since I can remember, I've always said I was going to play for the University of Alabama. And that was always my dream as a child. And then always just growing up, I just, finally came to the realization that I had that actual opportunity after my freshman year of high school. And I got an offer from Auburn, an offer from Alabama. Just kind of my dreams coming to light. And then having that opportunity to continue and to play well there and have the opportunity to go to the NFL. Has been such a blessing and such an amazing opportunity for me, my family, my wife, kind of everyone involved. I didn't really have like my dad, my brother, they both played football, played high school ball. Both had opportunities to go, but neither one did. And so I looked up to them. I was trying to live through them. Or let them live through me, whatever it may be, and just to have that opportunity and take it all the way and to really show what I could do. So, being the younger brother, I was always trying to show up my older brother. So, I was always chasing him and always chasing, trying to beat him in things and be better and do more. So, it's just that sibling rivalry. So.
Yeah, so take me back to your recruiting process. Obviously, you said Auburn or Alabama gave you offers, and obviously, how excited were you when you chose Alabama and playing underneath Coach Nick Saban?
I was at a camp, one of their football camps, and they came down to the last day camps, like, hey, just want to let you know, like, we want to extend an offer to you. And actually, it was kind of early in camp, and we continued to stay. And I thought about it. I had an offer from Auburn at that point in Alabama. I knew this was a business decision. I slept on it for about 2 or 3 days. I'm sitting out on the field at the university in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and I had the opportunity to commit that day and to kind of complete my dream to be able to play there. So. Went through that whole thing. It was such an exciting time and such a just amazing experience. You fast forward, 2 years later, I'm in my senior year of high school. I tear my ACL. I get a coach come to my high school saying that I'm not able to come in. They're going to have to gray shirt me, and which is just a delayed enrollment. So instead of coming in 2013, I'm coming in 2014. So I said, fine, whatever I have to do. If I have to wait, that's fine. I'll wait on my dream for a year. And then from there, kind of fast forward, I start working out in Birmingham, Alabama, with my strength coach. I'm moving with my cousin. I'm working out. I'm doing the things I need to do, and I get a call 2 days before camp starts, saying, "Hey, like we had a guy fail his physical. Like we need you to be in here by Monday." And I think it was Friday at the time. So we packed everything up. We got to Tuscaloosa. Mm-hmm. We were there on camp. We did all our conditioning, did all that good stuff, and fast forward now I'm standing where I'm standing today. So like I said, just such an amazing opportunity and such a blessing for myself and my entire family.
Yeah. So for you, what was it like wearing the red and white jersey, playing in front of those fans, Bryant-Denny Stadium, and what was the main thing that you learned underneath Coach Nick Saban and the rest of the coaching staff and your teammates?
I'll have to correct you because if another Alabama fan hears you say that, they might get on you a little bit. It's crimson and white, so. but but like I said, it was such an amazing experience. Playing in that stadium, playing in front of 101,000 fans every single weekend while we're at home. Just an amazing fan base, amazing organization. They take care of their players. They make sure that to put their players in the best situations. Like I said, it was a dream come true for me.
Yeah. So now take me to your draft experience. What was that like? Obviously, you got drafted in 2018, round 6, pick 215 with the Baltimore Ravens. Take me back to that experience with your family and your wife.
Yes. So we knew we were going to be a late round draft pick. Kind of sat around, watched the draft on the last day of the draft. We knew either way we're gonna be somewhere where there's a free agent or actually drafted. So we had everyone there, and we're hanging out and all that good stuff. And our phone rings, and it's Ozzie Newsome. He goes, "Hey Bradley, you know who this is?" I was like, I don't have this number saved. He goes, "This is Ozzie Newsome with the Baltimore Ravens. Just want you to let you know that we're going to decide to draft you. So are you okay with that?" I was like, "Absolutely. Can't wait to be a part." And it was a very special moment. Me and my wife just sat there and bawled. I think there wasn't a dry in the house, but just such a great experience. Very stressful, but looking back, it's just such an amazing opportunity, and it's a blessing to be able to go through that.
Yeah, so you're in a lucky position because not only you play for Nick Saban, now you play for John Harbaugh, which is another great coach. And obviously the Ravens are loaded, especially on defense. And look at your offense. You have Lamar Jackson. You're playing with Lamar Jackson and Ronnie Stanley, another offensive lineman. What's it like just being surrounded with all that talent now?
Yeah, it's great. Having Lamar behind you gets you out of a lot of tough situations. The defense that we have to be able to, get us out of a bind when we're in one, and vice versa. Being with such a capable offensive line, it's a great experience. The Ravens, they're a great organization. They care about football. They want to win. They're not just there to make a buck. They're there to win. So I think that's one of the biggest things. And it's more pure football than some other places. So. I just love the opportunity and love playing for the Ravens.
Yeah, so obviously last year all of us went through a struggle with the pandemic, and obviously we're still going through it. But for you as a player, what are you most looking forward to coming for this season coming up? And obviously the draft is next week. But what are you most looking forward to, and what are you working on to get better?
I'm really hoping that we have all our fans back in the stands.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. Just really hope that we can have a good group, especially family. Like my wife got to come to like 2 ball games last year, and usually she's at every single one of them. So to have her there to support me and to cheer me on is really special. So last year was kind of tough not having her around at the stadium, but I know she was watching from afar in our living room on the TV. So I know she was always tuned in. But and then this year, just continue to grow as a player. I had a pretty good year last year. I just want to continue to build on that and continue to be better and better every year.
Yeah. So speaking of the support system, what's it like having your wife as your number one supporter, and especially your family? And what's it like just to make them proud and get to where you're at right now, which is the game that you love to play right now?
Yeah, I mean that's what you do it for. You do it for your family. That's what you take the blows for. You do the extra practices, you do the extra workouts, you do all the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. That's who you do it for. So to make them proud is what it's all about. So it's just like I said, just such great to have her as my number one supporter, and she's sitting right here. So she's always pushing me on, and cheering me when we need to be cheered, and pulling me back down when I need to be pulled back down, and so she's a good one. That's all I can say.
You guys got married recently, right? Last month, right, in March.
So we got married 2 years ago now.
Oh, okay.
March 23rd of 2019.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
So now I want to ask you guys about your inspiring foundation that you're running right now. But with both of you, it focuses on the youth, which is the main thing, and obviously the kids. making sure they make the right choices in their lives and stay active. So how did you both come about with this foundation, and how grateful are you to have this?
It's such an amazing organization. My wife does an amazing job running it. Our agents do an amazing job helping her run it, and it's just such a team effort. That goes into it, and how it all came about. It's like, so we were asked to come to a school, or asked to do a video for this little girl that was getting picked on simply because of her race.
Right.
So instead of doing the video, the school was right down the road. It was like, well, why don't we come out and just talk to the girl, talk to the kids that are bullying her, and we'll see see what we can do. So we get there, and the principal comes outside and goes, "Hey, I hope you don't mind, but I organized an entire class assembly or school assembly around you guys speaking. Is that okay?" And I'm typical like bad public speaker, like sweaty hands, stumbling on my words, like
Right.
just did not enjoy public speaking. But my wife she thrives in that situation. So she was like, "Yeah, absolutely." Looks at me, it's like, "You're gonna do this." Like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do this. So we get up there, the words started flowing, the emotions started rolling. The kids started opening up and telling their stories. It was just such a special moment in our lives. And we got back to the car and we looked at each other. It's like, man, like, this is what it's about. This is what we're called to do. This is our calling in life. So we started the Bradley and Nikki Bozeman Foundation, where we've talked to over 100,000 students about bullying, and we've been across the country. We've been from Maryland down to Georgia, Alabama, across Texas, out to California, across Colorado, Salt Lake City, Utah, and then all the way back across to the Midwest, talking to kids about anti-bullying. And we got shut down at the very end of our trip, but due to COVID. But we switched from bullying to food insecurities, and since August, we have fed about 1.5 million meals in the Baltimore area, and that number continues to grow every day. And so, yeah, we're just excited about it. We love our foundation. Like I said, it takes the tribe to run it, and they all do an amazing job running it. My wife being the head honcho of it all. So.
Yeah, so obviously you guys have something coming up, right? Some event with this foundation. I saw something on your story that people can get tickets for an event.
Yeah, absolutely. It's out at EC Diner in Ellicott City. We're going to be watching the draft, and we're going to, hanging out, sign some autographs. I think there's going to be some prizes. I think whoever picks the draft pick that the Ravens picks wins a signed Bozeman jersey. And if there's multiple winners, we'll figure out what we'll do from there. But yeah, so we're excited about that. I think tickets are $50. You can find them on our foundation page. You can find them on our website. It's bozemancharity.com. So come out, hang out, and just relax, watch the draft, get some good food. So.
So the last three things here before I let you guys go. I know you guys are busy. So I saw a picture of you guys with the number one Ravens fan, the kid, and obviously he passed away. And what was your reaction when he passed away? And obviously what has he meant to the city of Baltimore and the Ravens especially?
Mo Gabba was a very special young man.
Yeah.
Mo lost his vision at about a couple months old, maybe 9 months old. Has never truly been able to see or at least remember it. But I always like to say that Mo had better vision than anyone I've ever known. Mo saw the bright and everything. Mo saw the sunshine in the darkest days, and always kept his spirits high and always brought up spirits around him. Just the outlook in life that Mo had, if we all had a little bit of that the world would be a lot better place. So, Mo meant the world to everyone in the Baltimore community that knew him, knew of him. I mean, just such a special young man. My wife and I had the privilege of meeting him, and, actually becoming really good friends with the Gabba family, and Mo in particularly. So, it just, like I said, he means so much. He means the world to this community. Be so missed, but will always be remembered in this Baltimore community.
Yeah, I have a question for your wife, if you don't mind, real quick.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for you, Nikki, what's it like seeing your husband succeed at a high level and playing the game that he loves? And also, what's it like being in the city like Baltimore and having this foundation for the kids right now?
Yeah, so I love getting to watch him play, getting to watch him do what he loves. I'm always the nervous one, so people, that watch the game for fun, I watch like the game being so nervous. But it's fun. I like to kind of, watch film with him and kind of strategize the kind of ways he can get better and work together. So that's super fun. And then on the foundation side, we just have a lot of things shaking and moving, which has been really cool. And so we've been able to partner a lot of amazing groups in Baltimore. And we have our official launch of our what's called Sync Snacks. It's a snack program. It's a box of non-perishable foods that'll be delivered to kids all over the state. And it's, SpaghettiOs, Oreos, things that like kids really want to eat. And it'll have murals of Bradley and myself playing sports on the front of them and QR codes for kids to find different education materials for them. So we're really excited about that launch on May 7th. So that's coming up. That's like our newest thing we're working on right now. But just like super excited to be able to kind of engulf ourselves in the community and be able to kind of just listen and shape for what the community needs. So it's been, I keep saying exciting, but it is. It's exciting on all the things that we are about to do and have in the works through the foundation.
Yeah, it's amazing what you guys are doing. It's truly inspiring. And the last two things here, our team is also part of a foundation called the Hugh Jackson Foundation. I think I sent it to you guys already. We're trying to help. He's a former NFL coach, but now he has a coaching gig with Tennessee State. We're trying to help him prevent human trafficking and making sure the kids stay safe and the community stays safe because it's still going on, which is horrible. And we're trying to prevent human trafficking. So I just want to bring that up, and I'll send it again so you can check it out. The foundation is truly inspiring too. And the last thing here, would you guys like to say anything to all the nurses, doctors, and essential workers?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay. I'll go first. We just want to say, thank you to the heroes out there that have helped us survive the pandemic. I know as, focuses start to shift and change that you guys might not be on the forefront anymore, but the appreciation is still just as heavy as when the pandemic started. So for all the frontline workers out there, we really do appreciate everything that you guys do.
Yes, and just to back up what Nikki said, just thank you so much. Thank you for being on the front lines. Thank you for showing up for work every day. Thank you for putting your family in jeopardy and, for the lives of everyone else. We just really appreciate all the sacrifices that all the healthcare workers have made. And, we just really appreciate everything that you do and your continued fight against this pandemic. So just thank you.
Yeah, well said, guys. And there it is. That wraps up episode 764. Thank you guys again for joining the show. It's truly an honor. Keep up the great work with the foundation. I love what you guys are doing. And Bradley, good luck this season with the Ravens. And you guys are going to do some great things. I love the way the team always builds their team and always competitive. And good luck. And hopefully we can get you guys back on the show before the season starts, and so you guys can meet the full team. But just keep it up, and you and your family stay safe.
Yeah, thank you. And you also.
Thank you.